Welcome back to Hearts of Iron 4. Today we're jumping into the 1944 Downfall mod and we're playing as Japan once again. Last time we pulled off the win, but Germany, yeah, they got absolutely steamrolled before 1945. So this time, can Japan save Germany from total collapse, or is the Reich already doomed no matter what we do? Let's find out. So what's our plan to save Germany? We're going to first try and crush China as quickly as possible so we can free up some resource. Then we're going to declare on the Soviet Union to occupy them on this border and they have to funnel troops to us. And also we are going to be fighting the British with our fleet here in the English Channel. We're going to try and stop D-Day, which is a key part of this to stop Germany getting absolutely rolled over in Europe. So, we'll start off by combining all of our fleets into one that we're going to abandon the Pacific with and go to the Atlantic. We'll get one army here on the Burma front line, which we'll just try and hold. The rest of them are going to be crushing China, so we're going to go all front lines on China. We're not even going to try and hold onto our islands in the Pacific. It's all about capping China as quickly as possible. Everyone is on the front line. We're just going to add these 12 divisions here for a spearhead towards the capital. Division-wise, we are going to need some good boys. So, we're going to add artillery to these main units. We're going to be running these 18 widths, bit of engineering and recon. Actually, I think I start with quite a bit of infantry equipment. So, we'll start with 20 widths as our main holding / slightly pushing into China. We will get rid of that one there. It's rubbish with one tank. We don't want that. We're going to need someone to hold in Burma because we don't really need much equipment. So, we'll use them. And then we are going to design a big boy Mountaineer division, which is going to be the ones we switch our 12 over to punch through to the capital in the center. So we're going to do 25 widths. We're going to do 8 Mountaineers, 3 artillery pieces, and then we'll make sure they're the elites to get their first equipment, and then a bit more artillery, engineer company. We will give them some, could do maintenance company, but logistics because of the terrain. And then a bit of recon as well. So we're going to convert the 12 to these. So we'll switch you boys over to our Mountaineers. We will then switch everyone else over to our normal infantry 20 width divisions. We basically need a bit more equipment actually, but that's okay. Except for the Burma lads here, you are going to be just these standard divisions because all you've got to do is hold the terrain here in the jungle. Research-wise, it's going to be all industry to begin with because we are going to have a lot of things we need to produce. The last one will probably go for some new artillery because soft attack is going to be key here. So we want the best artillery possible. We'll just start with dockyard because I'm going to want a big sub-fleet to be able to harass the allies and get a bit of naval dominance. We do have enough factories, I think, to begin with. So we will just start making guns, artillery and support equipment. A few trucks, but no tanks. Because we've got 4,000 of these zeros, we're going to convert them to CAS naval bombers to be able to use them for multiple roles. Although thinking about it, they are very cheap to convert. So what I'm actually going to do is, let's take the torpedo off. We could probably go full CAS actually. So we'll put another bomb lock on. We'll add the range focus MIO so we get further into China. We'll add the best engines. We'll do, actually not sealing, I want... extra fuel tanks for the extra range because funny enough China hasn't got many airports, and we'll basically just convert them all to this CAS to help us with China. Annoyingly, the mod has changed that the naval armament program focus is now complete, whereas before I got 2 free heavy battleships and 2 free carriers as well, which is rather irritating. I did go down a conscription law, but the 10% isn't actually that bad, and I did run out of manpower pretty quickly, so we're going to leave that. We will get rid of the political power gain man, as we don't need you, and we will go back for the extra factory output and dockyard output with the Mitsubishi man, and then we will probably go and get tactical bombing for extra ground support for our CAS. I'm going to go for fleet submarines again, because we're going to want them later on. We are going to be playing the long game, I feel. We'll go for the tiles as well to make them invisible. We don't really need any land warfare stuff. I'm not really going to be able to produce it. But we will go for the Axel jet engine because we're going to need to win the air war, I feel, to actually defeat the Soviets here. All the PP in the world, so let's just go and do everything that gives us a slight bonus that we need because who really cares about PP? We have 1,500 still, so yeah, we'll take construction, mills, civs, we will take the lot. That is at advantage, which is nice. So we are looking good. We are lacking a bit of equipment by the looks of it. Yeah, we're lacking a lot of infantry equipment, actually. We don't have as much as I thought. So let's go straight back to 18 width, which I think is more optimal. We'll go and get these first old CAS out just to help out while we convert the new ones. So we can help in the eastern China here and a little bit of pushing because we do need to cap China pretty damn quickly to be able to help with D-Day. Our mountaineers are in place, so let's get them on the go and we'll just beeline away for the capital because that is the hardest point to get to. From there we can fan north and south. They are trying to push, but I think if we can get a few little early encirclements, they'll then flood the front lines and won't know what to do with themselves. We are pinning everyone else in place at the moment, so this should be fairly straightforward. Our fleet is merged up, so we're going to get them over to France. We're going to need military access from the Germans to actually be able to get our navy over, but they'll be very pleased for the Japanese navy to turn up here. We've managed to break through, so as long as I can keep moving around these mountain tiles, which are no problem, pinning in any divisions that are fleeing, as long as we can take the capital and the supply hub, I think we will be in a very good position. CAS is doing its job, so we'll move them over. We can actually split out because we're making so many of these conversion ones. We are producing quite a lot of them quickly by the looks of it. Oh yeah, 32 a day we are converting, so no wonder we are getting so much of this new CAS out. Come on, just walk straight into the capital now. China is at 66%. What they're going to go to? 67 probably, no, my luck. Or 73. Okay, not too bad, but we still got a long way to go yet. So we'll try and grab these little victory points here while we're at it, because there is no one up in the west here. Right, I think that's probably further enough. We are filling in with normal infantry troops, so I'm going to take my mountaineers and we're going to redeploy them to the south here. And then we should push further south and hopefully get a big pocket towards the coast. And then that should be enough provinces to cut them off. Let's take a good portion of our CAS now and redeploy it here to the southern China so we can help with the mountaineers because they are doing all of our heavy lifting at this moment. One more province and we've got ourselves, there we go, Nanning is gone and we have got ourselves a circlement and no, almost a double encirclement, but we'll slowly push and close this. They are at 87%, so few more tiles, just close this coastal pocket and we should be okay. I'm in May, so I do need to get on with getting naval supremacy over the English Channel here. To be fair, let's just keep it. Yeah, let's go down again to just the Channel because that's all we need naval supremacy for. Patrol, let's get on strike force, think about it. We'll separate some of the destroyers off, so we'll get 9 of these out. We will then put our main fleet onto never repair, always engage on strike force. We'll then take our 7 destroyers, we'll do them on do not engage, let them repair, on patrol, and then we will split this out so they can go searching and hopefully we can engage some big fleets here. We're already finding some Brits, so a few cruisers and a few destroyers. Anything like this, we are going to absolutely pummel our way through. The Brits are really going to have to pull some big fleets out of the bag to stop us here because we are one chonky boy. So we are already starting to get a little bit of supremacy up in the coast. A few more sea battles by the looks of it. And there's a battleship, which is a nice win. We are almost at naval supremacy, which I believe will stop D-Day happening. We're on the 26th of May now. There's a few more big ships with them. So as long as we get supremacy by the 6th of June... we should be okay at preventing D-Day. I mean, we are crushing everything we find at the moment. 29th of May, and we have naval supremacy. So, D-Day should not happen. We did make that a little bit tight on the old timeline, but, you know, we made it there with a week to spare. Right, the few little encirclements here, we just mop these up and we should be okay. China should be out, and then we have some more divisions. So, yeah, 98%. Literally a couple more provinces. We'll just massively just spam this, and hopefully they'll just push through to take enough. The moment of truth, 6th of June. Are we having a D-Day? We're having a small engagement, but no, the 7th of June. We are not having a D-Day. So it looks like our naval supremacy has worked and it's not hardwired in for D-Day. So let's get all of our fleet together. I'll split it into 2 and we'll just put it on patrol just to see if we can draw some units out and engage them and completely decimate the British Navy now. D-Day. No. We do not want D-Day happening. I'm pretty sure that's just some... yeah, paratroopers are hard-coded in. So some paratroopers have landed on the 17th for some reason. And yeah, no one in the coast here is coming to save you. So they are just going to get absolutely rolled over, which is nice. There goes China while I'm not even paying attention either. So China's dealt with before the end of June, which is nice. We will go ahead and just puppet all of this so we don't have to man the front line against the Soviets. Stage 1 is done, which means we now have unlimited resources. We no longer need to trade for that steel, that's for sure. So, we now have a load more factories and dockyards as well. So, we're in a good position to finally help Germany out with the Red Menace over here. We're going to duplicate one of the divisions, and we're going to add in our 21 width. And these are going to be the bad boys. We'll put a skull so we know. We'll add in anti-air and anti-tank, because these are going to Europe to help with the Soviets, because they're definitely going to need a bit more of a punching power. Let's convert these 5 armies, except the Mountaineers, over to our new bunch, and these are going to be the ones we send over to Europe. The rest are going to help on the border here with the Soviets. We won't call the Chinese in yet, but at least the Soviets will man that border. We will call in and do a little bit of fighting here so we can take Vladivostok and some supply hubs. Time to re-equip our planes. So we're going to change one of these out for medium torpedo bombers. We'll probably, we can leave that. We'll add in an extra fuel tank, I think, for a bit more range, because obviously we need to cover the seas from the islands a little bit better than land. What I may do actually is probably better is if I put in maybe the air-to-ground radar for better surface detection, because that range of 1200 is probably enough. So we can always up it later. Let's see with these. We can obviously improve the MIO as well to get extra range that way. So we'll start converting these ones immediately to 31 a day, and that's why conversion is much better than creating some new ones. Right, we haven't actually lost too many islands, to be fair, so the Allies have really been sat on this for 6 months, so we're going to get some port guards out now. We'll whack these down to 10 widths. We'll get 71 of these out, or 72, and we will get the islands defended for once now. We are okay on equipment, trucks and support we've got. We are missing a bit of infantry equipment, but we are making quite a bit. I'm going to do some new submarines now. We've got all of our existing ships out. We're going to go snorkel so that they are invisible. We're going to just max out the torpedoes, and we'll put the best engine on it, and we will start spamming these out with torpedo attack, max range. The range isn't actually that important, so we'll go for the submarine builder MIO. Our navy is absolutely doing bits in the English Channel. I almost think we could probably naval invade pretty quickly. So there goes a carrier and a load of destroyers. They're still mopping up the paradrop troops. So I think I'm going to get my subs over to help out and starve the UK now. So they haven't been doing anything. So we could go for the Pacific, but I think the Atlantic's probably best bet to starve Britain. So we'll go for convoy raiding, and we'll just make sure the Americans can't send anything. We already have many of our naval bombers, so we'll just start putting them in every single sea province. We are going to start running out of convoys, so we're going to need to make sure we destroy all of the subs before that happens, because that is the big key one that happens within sort of a year or so of this run. So we'll literally get them in every province going. I'm going to declare on the Soviets, which is not really going to affect us. We're going to push straight away because it only took 10 days to get that war goal. We will call you in because we obviously want to push in and take a few of the supply hubs and Vladivostok. We will go after Mongolia as well, so we will call you in and we'll get a little bit more, but we won't call a mainland China puppet in. So we'll grab a bit of land quickly to shorten the front line and get some better territory to hold out for the Soviets, especially like the supply hub here. The Americans are wanting a go by the looks of it now as well. That is nowhere near enough to defeat our navy, so you're just wasting your ships, which is fine. Vladivostok is gone. There is a lot of fighter planes out, but who cares? Meanwhile, let's send an attaché so we can see how this is going for them. Not brilliantly. The Germans seem to be quite out of equipment. The Soviets aren't doing too well. They must be flooding over to our side, because I imagine they've got... yeah, they've got nearly 500 divisions. They've only lost 3 million as well, which is not that bad to begin with. So they will start pushing in, so we definitely need to help out. Probably should have done some convoy escorts, because I'd be amazed if this army arrives in Europe unscathed from convoy raiding. They are around the tip of Africa at the moment. We'll put that in one normal front line now, and we've got 2 full divisions, but I think we're going to need more because we are stretching ourselves and we want to push into the Soviets a little bit more. At least cap Mongolia and Tanatuva. Let's go and get... we could probably get 2 full armies out again, and then we can reinforce the Soviet border with them. Our navy is still doing bits, so I think we should really start starving the Brits. So let's go and split this into 4 fleets now, and we'll just go all around on patrol. See if we can find anything. See if we can destroy convoys. They're just going to have no resource. For some reason, I've only got landing craft 2, so we'll go and get advanced landing crafts because, yeah, we only have 12 slots for a naval invasion. We're getting our mountaineers down into Italy to help out there. We have got 24 of these divisions now, so we should be able to stop Italy from capitulating, which wouldn't be the best. To help Italy out, I'm going to take all of our subs, I think, into the Med, just to starve the Americans out. If we can get rid of that front line and let Italy start, you know, being Italy again, although that's not normally a great thing. We'll go and get Silent Hunter, and then we'll get these two, and we'll start starving them out, and then we should be able to roll them back with our mountaineers eventually. Britain has got a lot of troops there for a naval invasion, but they don't seem to care about East Anglia, which is fine. So as long as we can push and get a big enough front line so we don't get rolled back into the sea, so we can get some reinforcements in. Although they're not moving very quickly by the looks of it. They are really not reinforcing quickly. If I can push out here, I may actually be able to cap them. I thought I'd have to just sit and let them throw themselves against our line, but we are literally getting in our full army and they're still not really reinforcing this front line, so we may actually be able to just cap Britain really quickly here, especially if I can get to Bristol and cut them off in the south. This is going surprisingly well. If we can just take out Wales here, we've got Liverpool. There's basically no one in the north, so we can keep going, and we basically just strangle them in the south now. So we go for Edinburgh and Glasgow as well, all the way up here, grabbing every victory point in sight. There is a nice little circle here we can take, so we'll just move a troop in there to encircle them. They don't really want to move that Portsmouth, which is very odd because it's not a very nice place. And there goes the UK. Wow, that was surprisingly easy. March 1945, Britain is done. So, you know, reversed Germany there a few months earlier. But that is a big, big defeat for the Allies. We can get rid of a few of these now, I think. Let's move our fleet out into the Atlantic a little bit more. See if we can start fighting some Americans. Advanced landing craft is done a little bit too late, really. Oh, we have smashed our way through. Yeah, some more battleships there. Another battleship. Yeah, America. Oh, a couple of carriers. They have taken another carrier. They've taken a huge hit to their navy here. I've got fleet submarines, so let's start spamming these out. We will go for torpedoes. We'll go for the coating so they can't see us, the tiles. And we'll go for more torpedoes. I'm going to switch this. I don't know if this is sensible, but I'm going to put the airplane for extra visibility so we can actually find convoys. Because I think 2 torpedoes is probably enough. We'll up that to the better engine as well. And we'll start spamming out these fleet submarines to harass the supply lines. With a bit of air support now over Italy, we have got a few fighters. So we should be able to have enough cover for our CAS as well, which we're making. But I think with air cover, the lack of supplies from the convoy raiding, we should be able to start pushing them out. They have got 4,000 fighters here. So, I mean, we're still doing a bit of CAS damage, which is the only important thing at the moment. I think if I just kick off a battle plan, we might be able to meme them out. Yeah, we are actually pushing them back. They are far stronger than us, but they just can't reinforce quick enough. Even here, we've actually got a little bit of encirclement. If we can get quickly with our mountaineers through this breakthrough, this could be a massive loss for the Allies and basically lose the Italian campaign for them. Come on, just one more of these provinces. Let us walk in. There we go. We actually meme them out because they definitely didn't get defeated there. There is quite a few divisions here in Roma, but they do have a port at the moment, so hopefully we can push them out of that quickly. Oh, 70 divisions. Oh, very nice. 6, 7 divisions there. Oh, and there they go. Rome has gone. How many was that? 500,000 manpower just have been crushed in the Colosseum in Rome. Out of curiosity, what is Germany looking like? I mean, they've got no manpower left, which is a little bit concerning. Divisions, they've got a few. I can't quite see their stockpile list at the moment, so we don't really know how much equipment they got, but I can't imagine it's much. That is basically Italy dealt with and mopped up. We just need to grab this last bit of Sicily, and that is... Romania has just flipped sides. Okay. We desperately need to help Germany out now, as the Eastern Front is about to completely implode on them. Get our mountaineers, I think, down here. See if we can get Romania back into Axis hands, especially for the oil, and shorten the front line a little bit. That should at least hold up them. I think our convoys are probably done here in the Med because we basically have Italy. I have no interest in North Africa, so let's get rid of our subs and we'll get them back to the Atlantic just to stop any ideas of the US trying to re-invade Europe at all. Let's get the rest of our main army just to stop the rot in Poland here, I think. So we'll just take the front line. I think we should have enough divisions here, especially distracting them in the east just to stop the Soviet advance. We are definitely going to need to win the air war here, which isn't going too badly, but not great either. So we are a little bit off our Axel jet. So how long, where does it say? 83%, which is 100, oh, literally like half a year yet. Okay, we've still got quite a while before we get the jets, which is going to turn the pace. They're getting convoy ready to hell, which is always nice to see. So at least it probably means they can't attack in the Pacific. Meanwhile, there's a lovely encirclement here in the Raj, so we should probably cap them. What is the Soviets? So they've got probably like 4,000 fighters left, and no CAS at least, but yeah, we're going to need a lot of fighters to win this. I probably need to divert some of our factories towards fighters, so we're making naval bombs here, which we don't really need, so we'll take a few off them. We have got close air support, but it's these fighters we need. I'll engage them over Hungary, because I think over Romania they seem to get a really good bonus, so we do need to split them off, because we are overpopulating the airbase there. There's 1,000 here, so we should be able to, I mean, the numbers aren't great exchange. They probably have more factories than us as well, although we do have the resource. They have run away, which is a bit annoying, so we're going to have to fight them over the Eastern Balkans, which for some reason they seem to be able to defend much better. Whether they have radars or something, I don't quite know. We are convoy raiding the hell out of the US. If we can get them down to 0 convoys, it basically knocks them out of the war. No, they have like 2,000. Okay, they can basically deploy troops wherever they want at the moment still. So we'll keep convoy raiding them until they are completely out. We just need these last few pockets of the Raj to clear up, and then we can divert some of these troops. Or we'll probably attack the Soviets actually in the nice weak underbelly here. So we'll keep pushing through the British Raj, probably through Iran, and then up this way. Axel jet is complete though. Brilliant news. So let's just go take our advanced small. We'll quickly just switch the engine out to an Axel jet. And I think we'll just leave it as that because the range is okay because it's only a short amount of fighting we're doing. So we will help these to win the air war. Do have a nice bonus towards modern small airframes. So 94 days and we'll get some better fighters out. And we should, I mean, the numbers are okay. So we are looking a bit better. We have nothing being built, which is a bit of an undersight for me. So we'll quickly start building. I mean, we haven't got many more spaces for mills at the moment. We'll build some more. What are we looking like? Equipment-wise, apart from infantry equipment, we're okay. So what I will probably do is make some absolute big boys because the Soviets seem to be crushing us still. I'm going to go for 30 whips with 4 artilleries. These are just, yeah, I can't afford them, but these are massively expensive. But we have the factories really to build some more artillery. Once these are up to speed, this should absolutely roll the Soviets over. I think we might be able to, it says risky, but I think we'll be able to force meme them out because we have got quite a few divisions here, at least to get Romania back into, well, not into the field, but at least knock them out again. So we'll get our CAS that we've been letting build up over here because they were taking massive losses. We probably taking massive losses again, but we are doing a lot of CAS damage and we are winning the air war now. Let's design some modern small airframes. So, all heavy machine guns, not torpedoes, heavy machine guns times 4 all the way along. We'll go and put a Axel jet in it. Make sure we've got enough weight to thrust. We want extra fuel tanks for a bit more range. We'll add a little bit of armor and stuff in it. We need an okay defense, but it's more about the range and, you know, the speed and the gunpowder we have. Okay, we'll have to remove the armor because we don't have enough thrust. Immediately start building these as much as we can. We have got 75 on close air spot, which is probably, no, it's probably okay because we don't need actually many of these fighters. Yeah, look at these numbers now. Our new fighters are absolutely crushing. I assume these are the old Soviet stuff anyway. Probably like a biplane versus a modern jet, which is always interesting scenario. I think we're probably ready to move this because Poland's basically being recaptured, which we need to stop. We can finally end the inter-service rivalry, and I mean the Navy's kind of irrelevant now anyway, so it is mainly the army. The Soviets seem to be pulling fighters out of their backside at the moment. Where have they got 4,000 from? They had like 2,000 earlier. Yeah, they've literally got like, no they haven't, they've got like 2,000. They must have 1,000 worth of allies from absolutely no idea. I'm going to see, negotiate license, if we can get some armor from Germany because I have been lacking in armor. What have they researched? I assume, yeah, Tiger 2s. There's modern tanks as well, E50s. For a bit of a theme, should we do Tiger 1s like where Japan bought a Tiger 1? As a bit of a historical theme, we'll pretend that their Tiger 1 arrived and that we can make our own one through licensing. So here's our Tiger 1. I mean, that's definitely not what a Tiger looks like. They should really change that because I don't think any of these models match, which is a bit annoying. When you lease it, it should give you the right one at least. So I think we'll leave it pretty historical. It's not exactly brilliant reliable, funny enough. Let's just go and add in easy maintenance. I don't know why the Germans never added the easy maintenance model to their tanks. Right, we'll start spamming these out with 100. I'm going to try and do Space Marine type. You know, I'll add these to my infantry divisions just to add some heavy armor into it. So we'll cut a few of our factories off to Tigers. We haven't got the numbers, but we are certainly punching well above our weight with the quality of our fighters. However, our production probably can't keep up with our losses at this current moment in time. So I can't see what the Soviets have got anymore, but they've got like 80 to 90 factories on planes, which isn't brilliant because, I mean, we have more, I suppose, but they're probably just making fighters, which is equal to us. Right, I'm going to go and add 1 infantry off of this, and we're going to add in our heavy tanks. So these are like super heavy, smashing through. We've got tanks, we've got artillery, with a few men in it. We are obviously lacking 2,000 odd Tigers, but we'll slowly make them, and then we're only sat at the moment. We'll then be able to push out once they're reinforced. We are winning the air war now. Their numbers are getting down. We're almost more than them. About 800 losses or difference, but we'll soon make that up. Meanwhile, they have naval invader, which we need to sort out. We now have a... Is this India, isn't it? Yeah, we have these random revolts, so we do need to get some of these troops off this front line just to mop that up quickly before we get pushed back. I have definitely saved the Germans here because they were not dealing with this naval invasion at all. They even lost Seelau. We've got the Battle of Seelau Heights. We'll take that back off you quickly. We are green air, which is nice. Let's get everyone here over Eastern Germany. Yeah, they've not got enough fighters. We've got a load of CAS still. We'll use that, and then we'll just push straight up to Stettin and cause a little bit of encirclement and roll them back over the coast. Right, with Rostock out, or when we do take it, there's no one in there. There's Rostock. There's a nice little encirclement. Unlucky Soviets. We do need a few encirclements to dwindle your numbers because it is getting a little bit tedious. Okay, I've not been paying attention. Iran has pushed us back out with the Allies. If I can... Oh, Afghanistan will give us military access, which means the encirclement does not count. We are doing what the AI always does and retreating for a different country. Right, if we just go for Danzig, we can get another pocket. The Soviets have really lost a lot of equipment here. I've not even been strategic bombing them as well. They've just been throwing themselves at us. That is a nice little pocket there of 30-odd divisions of the Soviets that they've got to try and replace, and they won't be able to. What are we at now on casualty-wise? They are at 30 million, down to about 500 divisions, which is still quite a few, in fairness. Right, I think if we just get all of our planes over eastern Poland, I know it's sort of winter, but I don't really care. I think with the CAS, with their lack of equipment, we should be able to... Yeah, they've basically got no fighters now, so we should be able to... Oh no, they just randomly appeared with 3,000 again, like they always do. We are pushing them back. We've got into Latvia and into Riga. I kind of want to stop because of the winter and our equipment, but I feel like we're just smashing through them. We have a supersonic jet, which we don't really... I mean, they've still got 3,000 fighters, so we might as well make a few supersonic jets just to finally tip the balance of the air war and get complete dominance. They've got 5,000 fighters now. How do they keep getting more? I mean, they're getting absolutely pummeled by our supersonics here. I think I'm going to have to wait for our equipment just to restock a little bit. Plus get a few more CAS in the air because we do need CAS damage. So there is like 3,000 still. We are, yeah, the numbers are pretty good on the exchange rate. So I'm just going to roll them. We're into May. I feel like we'll be able to meme them out a bit. It says risky, but I like a risky business. Just checking that the Soviets don't have a national spirit that just, you know, gives them free fighters or like 100% plus to output, which it doesn't seem to be anything air related. 800 planes here. Have we won, or have they just run away somewhere and going to reappear with a load more? Can we see that intel, I suppose? No, they've still got 2,500 fighters left. Where are these 2,500 fighters? They are over Yugoslavia. Why are they down there? I mean, okay, we'll divert our fighters down there. I will chase you all around Europe, Soviets, destroying your planes. Mark my words. Seems like we have green air now, so let's have a quick little look at the old Soviets. Yes, they have no fighters. Okay, the air war is finally won. It's only, you know, end of 48. We'll start diverting all of these into our supersonic CAS fighters. Let's just put CAS in literally every single province across the front line, and we'll just battle plan our way to victory. I know it's December, so we'll sit a little bit, but I'm half tempted just to attack with our CAS and their depleted equipment at the moment. Yeah, this is actually not a problem. I thought the winter would slow us down, but yeah, I think we're just memeing them out of the tiles now, plus the CAS damage, plus they have no equipment. It's basically game over. Just going to do a fullback line. Remove some of these units because it says they're encircled, so I can't change them. There we go. We can now change them over. We'll railroad them out a little bit. We can change them to Chinese divisions to get a little bit of manpower back, which we lack. I think we can go straight for Leningrad. Yeah, there's absolutely nothing stopping us now. Now we're in summer as well. There's not a chance in hell the Soviets can stop us. There's Leningrad done. That's the first of the capitals or the big cities. Nice little pocket there. Moscow we're outside of, so let's just beeline our way into Moscow quickly. What I will do is put all of our CAS onto the Moscow tile, central Russia here. Come on, just walk into Moscow. Fall of Moscow, there we go. The capital is done, which means it's pretty much game over. Let's just do a front line here, and we'll go down to Sevastopol and take out Romania and cut them off to the south. That is basically Romania cut off now, and a very nice encirclement as well. We should just be crushing all these divisions trapped inside here, so we'll get another offensive line going just to close this pocket as well. I think we just beeline our way to Stalingrad now. We'll just walk straight in. That is actually nowhere near capping it. I was about to say we're probably capping with that, but no, we are quite far off, so we'll take Stalingrad or not. Can we just walk in there before? No, they've repositioned. Oh, it's a repeat as usual. Oh, no, we might be able to get in. We might be able to push our way in. Right, we need to get all our CAS over. Stalingrad is actually being difficult. Germany, 1943. There we go. Stalingrad has finally fallen in 1950. That should mean we just need to go and grab a few extra victory points and, you know, another 40%. Come on, we can't have many more yet. Just a few little pockets and a few more victory points. And yeah, we're at 95%, so almost there. Ah, there we go. Soviet Union is capitulated, and we actually have nearly 50% of the war score, which is nice. So we will start taking some states over here in the east, and that's where we're going to end it. Against all odds, Japan has saved Germany. The Soviets are capitulated, the UK is out of the war, and the Allies are finished. USA, we've left isolated, watching the world burn across the ocean. If you enjoyed watching Japan completely flip the script and carry the Axis to victory, make sure to leave a like, subscribe for more Hearts of Iron 4 content, and let me know down in the comments what you want me to do next. Thank you guys for watching, and peace out.